So hello there guys, welcome to episode 17 on my road to 200 mil Slayer. There's only going to be a few more episodes left as we are really closing in now, closing the gap tremendously on 200 mil Slayer. So kicking this episode off with our next task, let's see what we get, and a special assignment, always get them. Let's try it again, and 92 Iron Dragons. I need the Ferocious Rings, so I am going to do this task, but first we're going to do this hard clue scroll, so yeah, wish me luck on the reward. Here we go then, with the reward, let's see what we get. 118k worth, we're going to re-roll it, and we got some Zamrock chaps from the re-roll. Anyway guys, I'll be back when I'm done with my task. There we are guys, that is the task done. We've got ourselves one Ferocious Ring, so there's a bit of progress. I'll use that now quickly to teleport back to Morrison. I did forget my Charming Imp, so yeah, they don't really drop many Crimson and Blue Charms anyway, which is the only ones that I did pick up. And there's no point me price checking the loot in the inventory because I didn't pick up much. So our next task is Necreal. That is going on a quick skip. Don't like Necreals, find them quite slow and not very good XP. We'll try it again. 245 Daggenoffs. All I need now is the Prime Pet, and I've got all 3 pets, so wish me luck. So guys, I had to cut this DK trip short. I did just DC and obviously I came back and I died. So if we just price check what I did get from that task, we got ourselves 3 rings, which is pretty cool. So we got 2 Sears, a Berserker ring, no pet this time, 330 Earth Talismans, 72 Air Talismans, 62 Water Talismans, and then obviously the Bones and Hides that I did pick up. I've only got around 36 left, so I'm going to quickly do that at Water Birth. We also got a strange Ring of Wealth drop of 285 Mahogany Planks, which will pop in there as well. And also we got the hard clue scroll, so we just made over 5 mil from that task. Unfortunate that I died and DC'd, or DC'd and died. But yeah, I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to waste any more time with my net being a little bit crap at the moment. So yeah, I'm just going to go to Water Birth and quickly finish this task off, and I'll be back when I'm done, and then we'll do this hard clue scroll. So there we are, that is a very abrupt end to that Daggenoff task. Just going to teleport back to the max guild quickly. So my plan now is to do this hard clue scroll, so I shall be back with the reward. And yeah, I'm going to be doing my daily Dark Beast task next, so I'll be back when I'm done with that task. There we go guys, there's the reward from that clue scroll, 181k, we got ourselves 4 costume skipping tickets, which will be alright for the hard clues I do. Anyway guys, off to finishing Dark Beasts. There we go guys, that is the Dark Beast task done. Got myself a Ferocious Ring, which I'm going to use to teleport back to Morrison. I'm going to press check the loot, and we are going to grab our next assignment. So let's have a look how much we made. I did forget my gold accumulator. Don't think I have one at the moment. I think I need to rebuy it, but yeah, that's one of them things. So just price check the loot there, 507k, not too bad. So let's grab our next task, and it is another special assignment. No thank you, let's try it again. 285 Water Fiends, that is definitely going on the cancel. Let's try it again. And 129 Ice Strike Worms, yeah, I'll do that. I'll be back when I'm done, lads. Alright then, that is the Ice Strike Worm task done. Quickly gonna price check the loot. And 321k, that isn't too bad. Got ourselves a tooth half on the task as well. Almost, I think, 700 tooth halves banked now, which is awesome. So if we go back to Morrison, and we shall grab our next task. Let's see what it's going to be. Like I always say, hopefully something good. I don't want another special assignment. I have too many of them in a day. And mutated Jadinkos. Gonna pop them a cancel. Give it another go. And 152 Aerits. Haven't had that task in ages. So yeah, that is an amazing task to do. I'll be back when I'm done. There we go then guys. That is the Aerit task done. And we get some teak planks for the final drop. We'll pick them up. So yeah, we got 1 Ferocious Ring, which yeah, I suppose it's better than none. So I'm going to head back to Morrison now. I'm going to quickly go to the bank though, and I'm going to get my daily Dark Beast mask out of the bank, and we're going to do that task. So yeah, if we just press check the loot really quickly for you, teak planks, and then we'll add in the herbs. I obviously use a steel titan for this task now, as it being really quick. 94 adamant bars, 147 noted bones, and a Serenic scale, making the total to 2.2 mil, obviously not including the rune items. So guys, I'll be back when I'm finished with the Dark Beast task. Right then, that is Dark Beast done. Gonna head back to Morrison now, we're gonna price check the loot, and I'm gonna crack on with a daily Abyssal Demon task. May as well take advantage of using the clan Ava, you know, using that 6% XP bonus whilst you are in control of it. And we gained 100 points from that Slayer task as well, task number 2330, which is awesome. So we just price checked the loot really quickly, bought myself a new gold accumulator, which is awesome, gained around 300k cash from it. And also the loot that I picked up comes to 480k, which isn't so bad. Anyway, let's wear our Helm of Warping and grab our Abyssal Demon task. So 242, that is quite a decent number to kill. I shall be back when I'm done. Oh, hi there. So, that is the Abyssal Demon task done. Picked up 130k with the gold accumulator, which is awesome. If we inspect the gem bag, we got ourselves 37 rubies, 11 diamonds and 2 dragonstones, which is also pretty cool. And if we just price check the overall loot, we got over 2k puress, which isn't so bad. That stacks up quite well. And then we also got some rune bars and ores coming to just under 300k. We also got a hard clue scroll, which I'm going to do shortly after handing in my contract and grabbing my next task, which I'll do right now. So here we are then. Let's see what we're going to get. And 289 black demons, that's not so bad. So yeah, but first I do that task, I'm going to do this hard clue scroll, so I shall be back with the reward. There we are guys, there is a reward from the hard clue scroll. 67 hard clues now, and we gain 115k, which was very shocking. Got some polyvinch teleports though, so yeah, that's not too bad I guess. Anyway guys, off to black demons. There we are, another milestone in obviously my combat stats. Just got 170 mil XP in Slayer, so less than 30 mil XP to go now. That is awesome, and then I'll have another 200 mil stat, which yeah, is pretty sweet. Anyway guys, I'll see you when I'm done with this task. So guys, we are back with the completion of that black demon task. Don't pick up any of the items, I just purely AFK this task for the XP. So yeah, that task is now done. Gonna teleport back to Morrison, and we are going to get our next task. So let's see what we get. And 61 glaciers. Really don't feel like doing glaciers right now. They sent me to sleep, so I'm going to cancel them. I'm going to try it again. And Candyland creatures, I'll take that nice and easy quick task, so I'll be back when I'm done. There we are guys, that is the task complete. Just going to price check the loot. We got ourselves 2 dragon helms, 2 polypore sticks, a load of flakes, a magic seed, 3 spirit seeds, which is kind of rare but surprising. And then we got the Lunstein seed and the polypore spores, coming to a total of just over 1 mil. I don't know why I brought super restores for prayer. I don't know, I must have just forgot about taking the bone crusher and demon horn, but yeah, that is a mistake by me. Anyway, let's get ourselves back to Morrison, and we are going to grab our next assignment. Carry on this stint of good XP tasks. It would be great to get something nice again. Let's try again. And a special assignment. And 179 avian seeds, off to armor we go. But for now guys, I'm actually going to go to bed. So I'll do that task tomorrow when I get home from work. And there we go guys, that is a task done. I got the final kill on a minion however, but yeah, I still got the boss kill. And we got some rune arrows, so let me just quickly teleport out of here. And we shall price check the loot. We got no drops unfortunately. We did get a hard clue scroll, which I'm going to do after obviously price checking the loot and getting a new task. So if we just open up the price checker, we'll price check the rune bolts first. We've got the dragon bolts and the rune bolts. Then 714 rune arrows, that's quite an amount. 12 grimy dwarfweed herbs and 6 seeds, along with 40 bars from the kill count. So that is 448k from that task. So I'll be back at Morrison to grab ourselves our next assignment, and then we shall head off and do this hard clue scroll. Right then, here we go, back at our old friend Morrison. What's he going to give us? 101 Candyland creatures. That is pretty nice, had a lot of them recently, so yeah, I shall crack on with this task now, but first, we shall see what reward we get from this hard clue scroll. Here we go then, we got the casket, let's give it a little twirl for good luck, and let's open him. And we get some Zamrock chaps, 120k worth. I'm actually going to re-roll it, why not? And we get a slightly higher reward in the Runeplate Legs H1 and the Mahogany Planks. So yeah, it wasn't a great clue. Anyway guys, back to Candyland Beasts now, and I shall see you when I'm done. There we are then guys, that is the Candyland Beast task done. Let's just price check the loot real quick. 2,500 polypore spores, 2.2k flakes, 2 palm seeds, 2 spirit trees, they're untradeable, a yew seed, pyre seed, Lunstein seed, a magic seed, 15 admin bars as well. 1.2 mil from that task, that is very nice. Anyway guys, I'm going to do my daily Dark Beasts now, so I'll be back when I'm finished with that task. So there we are guys, that is Dark Beast done. Let me just pick up my cannon and get back out of here now. We have 10k cannonballs left. I need to buy a few more, I think, to finally finish 200 mil XP. So yeah, I'll probably do that after I get my next task and the price check the loot. So my gold accumulator did break that very late on, so I picked up around 250k cash with it, which isn't too bad. I'm going to start sort of not buy as many of them now because I want to get the chaotic spear. I've got enough tokens, got like 500k tokens, however, so yeah. Anyway, we got another deep dragon helm, so we've got 596k in total. Anyway guys, gonna go to Morrison now and we are gonna grab our next task. So new task time, let's see what we're gonna get. And a special assignment. I get so many, it's unbelievable. Anyway, we get 153 celestial dragons. Haven't had celestial dragons in ages. That is awesome. I'll be back when I'm done, lads. There we are guys, that is celestial dragons done. Task number 2337. So it's been so long since we passed the 1337 mark. So yeah, if I just teleport to the max guild and I'll price check the loot. We got ourselves an elite clue scroll, which is awesome. The steel plate bodies are going straight into my summoning tab, which I'm going to use for my blue charms whenever I do decide to do summoning next. So if we just open up the price checker, we shall price check the loot though. So if we start off with the hides and stuff, 24 red dragon hide, 20 green, 14 black, Dagonoth hides as well, and then talismans. So 695k, that is great. And then obviously the spring cleaner banked the rune plate body drops. We also got an elite as well, which I'm going to do after we get our next task. So I shall see you at Morrison. Let's go. Let's see what he's going to give us. And 87 Ganodermic creatures. I've had Ganodermic creatures a load recently, which is great. They're good XP and good cash, and also they're very quick as well. So yeah, I'll be back when I'm done. But first, we shall get the loot from this elite clue. Be right back, getting die. Here we go guys, we got the casket in before third age druidic or a die. There we go guys, that is Ganodermic Beast done, and we get a Spirit Seed, another untradeable seed, but we got around 50 of them in the bank at the moment, so that's pretty cool. Gonna price check the loot. We got 4 sticks, Yew Seed, Lantidine, or Torstal Seed, sorry, Polypore Spores, almost 3k flakes, which is pretty awesome. That brings total to 874k. Anyway guys, I'll be back at Morrison to get our next task. Lego, Morrison. Come on buddy, let's see what you can give us as our next task. Special assignment, that's 2 already today. Let's try it again. 56 20 demons, George mate. Time for limbs. So there we are guys, that is the first drop, a ruined dragon armor lump. George mate, I am closing in on D limbs. You should be watching, sunshine. There we go guys, that is the task done. Luckily for George, we didn't get any D limbs. Basically the story with George is he is currently 14, well, he's got 14 pairs of dragon claws and 0 dragon limbs, and he says whoever gets a pair of dragon limbs when he's online on his friends list gets an instant block. So yep, I guess I'm going to be staying on his friends list for a little while longer. Anyway guys, we got ourselves a ruined dragon armor lump. I'll just quickly open the price checker and we'll price check the loot. We'll price check the herbs first, which come to 51k, then the yew logs, talismans, diamonds, admin bars, and finally the ruined dragon armor lump comes to a total of 449k. Anyway guys, I'm going to grab my daily Dark Beast mask out of the bank and I'm going to do my Dark Beast task, so I shall be back when I'm done. There we are guys, that is the Dark Beast task done. If we head to the max guild really quickly, we've got ourselves 2 dragon helms, a dragon longsword, and also 2 Triskelion fragments, which we've got almost back to back, which is pretty interesting. We've got a fragment 3 and a fragment 1, so obviously a start of yet another key. So that is very sweet. So if we add in the 2 dragon helms and the dragon longsword, that comes to 175k, 144 Adior, which is quite a lot, and then some of the herbs that we pick up, 36 Grammy Toadflax, and then we got the arrowheads as well, coming to a total of 817k, which is very nice. Also got a new gold accumulator, so we picked up almost 500k in that gold accumulator, which is absolutely crazy. Anyway guys, I'll be back at Morrison with our next task. Here we are, let us see what he's going to give us. gargoyles. I'm happy with that task. It's nice and AFK, and also it's very quick as well, even though some people don't really like the XP and the amount of rune items that they drop. So if you've got a spring cleaner, this is definitely the task for you. So yeah guys, I'll be back when I'm done. So good morning guys, just finished off that gargoyle task from last night. Didn't get any ferocious rings, which is the main reason I've done this task, is because I want ferocious rings. So yeah, I'm going to go back to Morrison now. I'm going to get my Dark Beast mask out of the bank for my daily Dark Beast task, which I'm going to do, but first, yeah, we're going to do the clue scroll, so I shall be back with the reward from the clue. Here we go then, got the casket, a really easy clue, only took me around 5 minutes, so let's see what we get. And 487k, we got ourselves Shadow Die. 487 mil, we got ourselves a Shadow Die. Holy shit guys, I just realised what I got. Oh my god. Oh my days. Shit lads. I just realised what I just got. Oh my god. What even? What even? On hard clue number 69. That couldn't be any better. Oh my god. There we are guys, that is the Dark Beast task done. I'm still in quite a bit of a shock from the hard clue scroll that I got from the reward that I got from the gargoyle task with the Shadow Die. That is absolutely amazing. I haven't sold it yet, I've put it into my clue scroll tab, which is great. Anyway guys, we got ourselves a Triskelion Fragment 2 along with the other loot, which we'll price check along the way. So we got 2 loot paths, which is awesome. The U-logs, which are rare drop table. And then we got the standard items like the ores, the herbs and the bars, which is always pretty good. Comes to a total of almost 600k there. And also if we inspect our gold accumulator, we basically got another 500k cash from that task as well, which is awesome. Anyway guys, I'm going to get my daily Abyssal Demon task now, and I shall be back when I'm done with that task. There we are then guys, that is the Abyssal Demon task done. It just took over 30 minutes. I did have 290 or so, so I'll open up the price checker. I did forget my loot, or my gem bag, sorry, so I only picked up the dragon stones, only got 3 of them. Then we'll go with the ores and the fire orbs and basically the normal Abyssal Demon drops, and then I got 2 Ring of Wealth drops, the first one being 206 noted battle staffs, which is awesome, and the other one being 825 noted U-logs, which comes to a total of almost 2 mil from that task. And also guys, we did get a hard clue scroll, which I'm definitely going to do, but first I'm going to hand in my Slayer contract and I'll be back at Morrison to grab our new task. Here we go then, let's see what we're going to get for our next task. Mutated Jadinkos, that is definitely going on a cancel. Don't really like that task, I found it quite tedious, but anyway, let's get another one. And Avian Siege, so off to Armadale we go, but first is hard clue scroll number 70 time. Here we go then guys, casket time again. I'm not, expecting anything good with my last reward. So let's see what we get. And we get an Ancient Cloak. Hey, that's pretty good. 70 hard clues completed now. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Anyway guys, I'll be back when I either get an item from this armor task or when I'm done. Hey, so first kill of the trip, we got ourselves some Armadale gloves. That's pretty nice. I think they're just over 2 mil now or something. Let's have a look. Oh, they're just around a mil. So, yeah, it's better than nothing, I suppose. I'll see if I get anything else. There we go, guys. Just got our second item, an Armadale chestplate. That is pretty awesome. 2 drops so far. That is great. Anyway, I'll be back when I'm done. So there we are, guys. That is the task done. Got the kill on a minion. So I'm just going to hop out of here really quickly now. It's the max guild, because obviously I'm lacking ferocious rings. Haven't got any in a long time. So if we just open up the price checker, we'll price check the 2 items first, which come to 6 mil. We've got a chest plate and some gloves, which is awesome. Got 15 Lansdowne seeds off the rare drop table, which is quite interesting. Got a beam for that because I reset my beam to 150k. Dwarfweed seeds, and then the standard items, advent bars from KC, come with Dwarfweed herbs and dragon bolts and rune arrows, which comes to a total of 6.7 mil, along with another hard clue scroll, which I'm going to be doing after we get our next task. And if we just inspect the gold accumulator, we picked up around 300k cash from that task as well, which is great. Anyway guys, I shall be back at Morrison to grab our next task. Here we are then, at our good friend yet again for our next task, and Dark Beasts, what an amazing task. But first guys, it is hard clue scroll time. Here we go guys, I'm sure this is going to be the reward. Let's have a look what we get. 93k, definitely going to re-roll it, why not? And 101k, so that was a little profit, but Polyvinch Teleports was the main clue item. Anyway guys, off to do Dark Beasts. There we go guys, that is the Dark Beast task done. Got ourselves a dark bow as you can see in the inventory. We head to the max guild so we can price check all the loot. So then I bought myself a new gold accumulator that picked us up 331k, which is awesome. We got ourselves a ceramic scale, a dark bow, which we'll price check first, so 386k in them. And we got all the usual items, which I shall throw in here really quickly. 32 toadflax herbs, which is great. And finally the dwarf weeds coming to 902k, which is awesome. Anyway guys, I'll be back at Morrison to grab our next assignment. Here we are then, let's grab our next task. Avian seeds again, nice. There we are guys, that is the armor task done. As our final drop we got some dwarf weed seeds, which is awesome. So let me just get myself out of here. My KC is quite low because I did have to go for dinner halfway through this task, so obviously I teleported out and remade an instance to finish off. So we picked up around I think 300k or 400k with the gold accumulator. Obviously instance costs over 2 instances, narrowed that down slightly as well, which made it a little bit harder for me to calculate. So if I just price check the items that I got in my inventory, no Armadillo items this time unfortunately, but we did make 573k nonetheless, which is awesome. 12 dwarf wheat seeds, which is great. Anyway guys, I shall be back at Morrison for our next task. Here we go, let's grab our next task. I don't think we had a special summit in a while, unless I called one now. Cow fights. So yeah, I actually like doing Exiled KQ, so I'm going to pop there and do that task. I find it quite enjoyable. So let's see if we're going to get a pet possibly, or a D-chain. So I'll be back in the next clip. Hey, so yeah, that was kind of weird, just seeing that KQ head on the floor. That isn't too bad though. That'll go in my house, I'm sure. I'll put that up there somewhere. But yeah, KQ head, no D-chains or anything so far. We haven't got many left, around 40 I think. Or 28 left, so I'll see you when I'm done. So there we are guys, that is the cow fight queen, or the cow fight task done. Done all that at the exiled KQ. If I just quickly get out of here now, I will price check the loot. I do really like doing exiled KQ because it's, you know, nice and chilled out, and it's not too bad XP as well. And also you can see by the charms, it is really good blue charms and crimson charms, which is awesome. So guys, if we just price check the loot, we got Lantern seeds. They are a rare red drop table. So that is awesome. We've got rune arrows, they stack quite well, 5 talismans, we've got a hard clue scroll, and also a good drop that they do have is 100, is Wines of Zamrock, and we got 164 of them. Also they drop rune items, 4 rune spears I think it is at a time. Could be a little bit more, so obviously with the spring clean it handy, that just crushes them and sends it to the bank. So guys, I'm going to go to Morrison now to grab our next assignment, and we're going to do this hard clue scroll, so I'll be back in the next clip. Here we go then, let us see what he's going to give us as our next task. Haven't had a special assignment for a while, so that is probably what I'm going to get next. Ooh, an 89 lava strike worms. Interesting, so I'm going to try and find a low populated world and give this task a go. I might end up skipping it depending on how well it does with PKs and such, depends how much, well, depends how annoyed I get. But anyway, I'm going to test them out, and also we're going to do this hard clue, so I shall be back with the reward. Here we go guys, I got the casket. Let's see what we get from this hard clue scroll. And 85k, the Zami arrows are the reward anyway guys. Back to doing Slayer. So there we are guys, that is the task done. Did take me quite a while, and I'm not going to lie now, I'm going to actually skip this task from here on out. I did really enjoy it because it was something different obviously, but I had 2 people trying to attempt to PK me, and I'm far from peak time at the moment, plus I'm on an American world and it is currently like 12 PM my time, and obviously I'm in the UK, so most Americans are asleep right now, so it's a really low populated world, and I've still had PK encounters. So if I just teleport back to KBD here, and it will enable me to get out of here to the max guild. But yeah, overall I did like the task, but I'm not going to do them anymore, so I just used basic setup really, like the royal and the royal crossbow and stuff. It worked quite well. But you just got to keep your eyes open and pay attention. Now what I'll do now, I'll withdraw the items out which I did pick up as drops, or what I can remember, give them a little price check, and then we'll grab our next task. Here we are then, just picked out the items which I can remember that I've got. So we'll start off with the wild arrows, which I don't know really how much they are at GE value. Got dragon bolts, onyx bolts, which are pretty cool, got a loot beam for them, obviously with them being higher than 150k. Then we got obviously all the standard items, a couple of rune items, which we'll add in here. Got a few coin drops, so I picked them up. And obviously we got the Searing Ashes. We got a few more because they do drop, I think, 5 noted sometimes, which is awesome. I think these are apparently the same price, if not a little bit more than Frost Dragon Bones at the moment, which is pretty awesome. But the overall G value was 1.4 mil, but the Slayer XP there is pretty good if you do have bonus, which I do have currently. So I was getting 3.7k Slayer XP per kill, which was awesome, but it's a very long-winded task. Did enjoy it, however, but I'm going to skip them in the future. Anyway, guys, I'm going to be back with our next task. So there we are, guys. Just going to pick up my cannon now, and we're going to head to the Max Guild to price check the loot. Love this task, just so I can sort of like AFK it and you know, watch some other YouTubers, some YouTube videos on my other screen, whilst obviously picking up the drops as well, which is great. Steel Titan makes the task faster as well. I always used to use the Yak, but I've switched to Steel Titan now, as it is a lot faster anyway, and I do find it you know, better in general. So if we just price check the loot, throw all these items in there. Dark Arrowheads, 172 of them, bringing it to a total of 722k, which is awesome. So I should be back at Morrison with our next task. Here we go. Time to get yet another task. Let's see what we're going to get. And a special assignment. That had to be come up one time. I think I went, I don't know, quite long without getting one of them, so that's not too bad. Let's try it again. And TDs. So I'm actually going to try it out with a Ring of Wealth. Well, if I remember to put the Ring of Wealth on in time. But yeah, wish me luck. Hey guys, so just recently got in here, and yeah, that is our like 3rd kill, and we just got ourselves D-limbs, and I'm using the Ring of Wealth, so yeah, that is definitely a benefit, which is awesome. So yeah, we just got our first pair of D-limbs for a while. I'm dead happy with that. I'll see you in the next clip. Hey, so our next drop is a Ruined Dragon Armor Slice. That's always nice to get, I suppose. It's always adding up in the tab and overall loot, so yeah, that is pretty awesome. Second drop so far this task. I'll be back if I get a third. There we are, guys, that is the task done. 2,350. Got ourselves 300 points from that as well. So if we just go back to the Max Guild now, we'll price check the loot. We got ourselves the Shard and the limbs, like you guys seen in the previous couple of clips, which we'll add into the price checker first. That comes to almost 12 mil, and then we'll just add in the normal loot as well, which is not too bad. So it comes to 12 mil and 25k. If we just remove the 2 items though, then we made 151k, so yeah, there is a very big difference in the items. So that is limbs pair number 3 now in the bank, which is awesome. Anyway guys, I should be back on Morrison with our next task. So, new task time, let's see what we're going to get. And Dagonoths. So off to DKs we go. Can we get this prime pet? We'll soon find out. Here we go then, guys, finishing off this Dagonoth task. Didn't get any pets. The only pet that I do need is the prime one, so I'll just pick up the Dagonide hides, and yeah, we teleport out of here. We got ourselves 3 drops, 2 hatchets, 1 ring, and that was a berserker ring, and all the drops were from the Rex, so that is pretty interesting. Did use a Ring of Wealth as well, so if we just price check the loot, we'll start off with the items. Items come to almost 2 mil, and then we've got the talismans, 210 air, 257 water, 368 earth, and then we've got the Dagonoth hide and bones, coming to a total of 7.7 mil, which is great. Anyway guys, I should be back at Morrison with our next task. Now let's see what we're going to get yet again. And Aviancies, awesome. So now I have over 1,000 Aviancy kills. I am sort of within a threshold of the pet, so yeah, I'm going to use a Ring of Wealth as well, just to increase my chances, so that is going to be awesome. Anyway guys, I shall see you if I get a loot or when I'm done. Oh, there we go guys, just got some Armadillo boots. That is pretty awesome. How much are they now? They are 2.8 mil. But there we go guys, that is a task done. I got the kill on a minion, so I just thought I'd kill the boss to see what we got. And we got some potions. So I'm going to head back to the Max Guild now. I forgot to use my gold accumulator. I need to buy a new one because I've already used one up. So if we just price check the loot, we got ourselves obviously the boots and a gold sword shard 1. We got ourselves an elite clue off the minion, which is awesome. Add in the herbs and seeds and the rest of the stuff. Advent bars from KC. Comes to 3.5 mil, which is pretty sweet to be honest with you. Anyway guys, I'm back at Morrison with our next task. Here we go then, let's see what we're going to get for our next task. And Abyssal Demons, that's nice and chilled out, so I'll see you when I'm done. But first guys, it is Elite Clue time. Right then, here we go, Third Age Die version 2.0. And we got Zami Arrows, that is Elite Clue number 44, so I've got a while to go until we hit the 69 milestone, which is always good. Anyway guys, I'm back to Slayer now, back when I'm done with this Abyssal Demon task. So there we are guys, that is the Abyssal Demon task done. Didn't take me too long, very nice task this, good for XP and also AFK. So we got ourselves 2 Abyssal heads, so that looks quite cool in the inventory. We got ourselves 109 grimy Torstals, which comes to 600k, and also the general loot as well. So a total of that task came to 800k, which is awesome. Anyway guys, going to hand in my contract and grab our next task. So the next task that I did grab was my daily Dark Beast one. As you can see, they're finishing it up. Just teleporting to the max guild because I have literally no ferocious rings left. So I'm using that method of teleportation to get back to Morrison. Anyway, we shall price check the loot, just a standard loot really. We didn't get any dark bows, so we just got the herbs, the ores and the dark arrowheads as per usual. Comes to 628k, which isn't so bad. Anyway guys, I'll be back at Morrison with our next task. Here we go then, what are we going to get? 290 gargoyles, that's a nice task. I'll be back when I'm done. So there we are guys, that is the gargoyle task done. We finally got ourselves some ferocious rings so we can head back to Morrison and obviously Cyrodiil's dungeon quite more efficiently now for the time being. We got ourselves a hard clue scroll, which I'm going to do shortly after getting my daily Dark Beast task. But yeah, the majority of this loot is from the Spring Cleaner. Got ourselves a Mystic Robe Top, which is 70k, Granite Maul, which is about 30k. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the loot. The rest is basically gone to the bank with the Spring Cleaner. So I'm going to grab my daily Dark Beast task now, which I'll get on with after doing the hard clue. So 239 Dark Beast, that's not too bad to AFK afterwards. After doing this hard clue, which I'm going to do now. So yeah, I shall be back with the loot. There we go guys, just got the reward, third step of the clue. 124k, Lumberyard teleports, that's not too bad. Anyway guys, off to Morrison. No, off to Dark Beast, sorry. So I'll see you when I'm done. There we go, that is Dark Beast done guys. Just going to head back to Morrison to price check the loot. It's so good using ferocious rings now. Don't have to teleport to the max guild and then obviously run there from the max guild. So just opening up the price checker, I had 410k left in my gold accumulator, which obviously I collected as it disappeared. Got ourselves an adamant or ring of wealth drop, which was awesome, so I'll add that in there. And then just the usual stuff like the herbs and whatnot, coming to 839k, that is pretty decent. So let's grab our next task. And a special assignment. How did we know we were going to get one of them? Try again, and 215 Dagonoths. That is awesome. I'm still waiting on the prime pet, so hopefully I can get it this task. Yes boys, we got ourselves a Dagonoth egg. That is the pet. I've got 3 out of 3 now, which is absolutely awesome. Anyway guys, I'll be back at the end of this task. There we go guys, that is a task done. Not too bad of a task. I kind of got the items kind of late on towards the end of the task, like the hatchet and the rings. So we got 2 archers, a hatchet and a warrior ring, along with the Dagonoth egg pet, which is awesome. So if we hop into the price checker now, add in the talismans to start with, air talismans, war talismans, earth talismans, standard stuff. Then the bones and hides. Then we'll add the 3 rings in, the hatchet, which comes to 4.5 mil, which is awesome. Also got an elite clue, which I'm going to do after my daily Dark Beast task, which I'm going to get right now. So I shall see you when I'm done with that task, and then yeah, we'll plod on with that clue scroll. So there we go guys, that is the Dark Beast task done. Let me just get out of here really quick, get back to Morrison, and we shall price check the loot. We've got ourselves a dark bow as well as a ceramic scale. We've got a tooth and loop harp, so obviously that is a full crystal key, which is great. So I'll open up the price checker. We shall see how much we got. We'll start off with the herbs. So the herbs come to a total of 435k, which is awesome. We got adamant ore as well, 96 of it. U-logs are rare drop table. Rune bars are rare drop table. Tooth and loop harp as well. Sonic scale, dark bow, and the dark arrowheads comes to 1.1 mil, which is great. I got a new gold accumulator, so it started off with 1 mil, and now it's got 562k left in it. So yeah, we picked up a good 400k from that task, which is great. So I'm just going to get another task now, and we got black demons, so that is going to be another chill out task. AFK it, 256 or 59, which isn't too bad. But first guys, we're going to do this elite clue, so I'll be back with the reward. Here we go then, it is a dawn of a new day, and yeah, I'm finishing off this clue scroll from yesterday, so we'll use a lot, not skipping ticket on it, get it done. And we got 162k, we got ourselves a Bandos page. Yeah, let's go for the reroll, why not? And 188k, so we got some bandit camp teleports and some potions and mahogany planks, which is always good. Anyway, off to black demons. There we are guys, that is the black demon task done. I only picked up 1 drop, and that drop being a very good one. A rare drop table drop of 188 battle staffs, which I think is around 1.2 mil. If I head back to Morrison now, we'll price check it really quickly. So That is 1.35 mil, which is awesome. So I'm going to crack on with my daily Dark Beast task now. So let's put the mask on and we shall grab our Dark Beast task. Let's have a look how many we get. 253, that's going to be some awesome XP. I shall be back when I'm done. There we go, that is the Dark Beast task done. I think I told you that I set my loot beam to 150k, and it is paying off quite well because I just got myself a noted Snapdragon herb drop of 110, which we'll throw into the price checker now really quickly. Not a bad task, but loot wise, I mean, we got obviously all the standard stuff plus the ceramic scale, and obviously some Ring of Wealth drop table loots as well. So we'll add all these in now, and the Snapdragons, it comes to a total of 1.3 mil, which is awesome. The Snapdragons came to 413k. Ceramic scales are still quite up there in price, which is awesome. Got like 220 banked at the moment, maybe a little bit more than that. So that is a very nice Dark Beast task. Anyway, we'll grab our next one, and it is a special assignment. So we don't want one of them. Let's try it again. And 291 cow fights. That is a lot. Anyway, guys, we're gonna go to Exiled KQ, try out my luck, see if I can get a pet at like 120 kills, because I think that's what I'm on at the moment. So yeah, I should be back with either like a D-chain or something, or yeah, possibly a pet if I'm really lucky. So guys, with the cow fights, I am finding it pretty tedious, so I just decided that yeah, I'm gonna skip the task, so we'll cancel that task and we'll carry on with a daily Dark Beast task because it is a new day. So we got 253, that is a nice start to the day. So just so I can AFK a little bit, so yeah, I'll be back when I'm done. Hey, so there we are, that is the task done. My cannon did decay, I wasn't paying attention, and it just disappeared in a cloud of smoke. Anyway, we'll go back to Morrison now, we'll pressure the loot. Got ourselves 2 Ring of Wealth Snapdragon drops, which totals to 106 of them, which is absolutely amazing. We'll pressure them first. So 788 in Grammy Snapdragons, which is awesome. Then we'll add in the normal loot with all the other herbs and the adamant ore and stuff like that. Got a full, got a crystal key basically, a tooth and loop half, which is great. Then we got U-logs, rune bars, rare drop table, and finally the dark arrowheads, which comes to a total of 1.4 mil, which isn't so bad. Anyway, guys, let's grab our next task. Let's see what we get. And gargoyles, that is awesome. But yeah, I'm going to grab my cannon back now, and then I shall crack on with gargoyles. There we go, guys, that is the task done. We got ourselves 2 ferocious rings, which is why I do gargoyles now, just so I can stack up on them. So if we go back to Morrison now, got ourselves a mystic robe top, which is 70k I think at the moment, which isn't too bad. And we also got a hard clue, which we're going to do after getting our next task. So here we go, our next task is 293 Abbey Demons, so that is a lot, and also some very good XP. But first, guys, we're going to do this hard clue, so I'll be back with the reward. There we are, guys, 74 hard clues, 96k from that reward. We're definitely going to re-roll it though, why not? And we get biscuits. Wow, that is a shocking clue. Anyway, guys, off to Abbey Demons. There we go then, guys, that is the Abyssal Demon task done. Took us just over half an hour, but I did have a lot, 293 I think it was. We'll open up the price checker, we shall add in all the items. Won't add up to much because the majority of it is spring clean, back to the bank. So 300k we made, we got ourselves a hard clue. Oh, and add the dragon helmet, 359k, hard clue as well. So yeah, I'll be back at Morrison in a sec. I'm just going to hand in my Slayer contract and I shall be back getting another task. Here we go then, what are we going to get as our next task? I reckon a special assignment, because we haven't had one yet. So let's have a look. Get task. And Ganodermic creatures, that's not too bad, 85, so it's not too much and it's not too little. I don't mind that amount. Anyway, guys, off to do this hard clue. Here we go, guys, got the clue, or the casket rather, not expecting much, let's see what we get. And that was quite a big reward, but it only comes to 92k. We got ourselves a magic composite bow and some Zami arrows. Anyway, guys, off to Ganodermic beasts. There we are, that is Ganodermic beasts done. My seismics did degrade halfway through this task, so that was a really pain in the bum trying to go back to my house and repair them. But anyway, can you go back to Morrison now? We shall price check the loot and also grab ourselves our next task. So, open up the price checker, we've got ourselves 3 loop halves, a magic seed, almost 1.8k flakes, and obviously just the standard logs. And polypore spores, so 663k from that task is not too bad. So let's grab our next assignment. 299 Great Demons, that is an awesome task, so off to Zami I go. Oh, so there we go, guys, that is the first item of the task. That is some Boots of Subjugation. I should be back if I get something else. Oh, there we go, guys. Our next item is at 295 KC, and it is an Ancient Effigy. Don't mind them, 3 XP. Anyway, I'll be back with another item, or the task done. So there is the second effigy at 329 kill count, which isn't too bad. I like the XP, like I always say. So roll on another item, or when the task is done. So guys, I'm finally having to tally out because it is getting late for me. I'm going to go to bed very soon, just after this price check in fact. So we got ourselves 2 effigies, 2 shards. We'll pop them in first along with the boots. So they're the main 3 items that we got, the main 3 tradable items. Then we got the Lantern herbs and seeds. We got 80 herbs, which is awesome. Runeitor, Wines of Zamrock, and Infernal Ashes. I am using an attuned ectoplasmator now, which is awesome. Saves me banking the ashes, and yeah, it allows me not to concentrate as much. Got ourselves a hard clue as well, which I'm going to do at the end of the task, and obviously the 2 FGs like I mentioned. Anyway guys, I shall see you in the morning when I wake up at the end of the Tchami task. So guys, good morning. It is the start of the new day, and like I said last night, that I'm going to finish this task in the morning, and we end up getting an effigy at the start, as our first item of this second trip. So yeah, 3 effigies so far this task. That is pretty good. I've not got too many left. I've got 5 left, so I'll see you in a minute. Here we go then, final kill of the task. Let's see if we get anything decent. And we get the potions. So let's get ourselves out of here now. We'll price check what I got from that final 93 kills that I had left off. So open up the price checker, got the effigy like you guys seen very late on towards the end of that task, and then we just the standard stuff really. So Wines of Tchami, Lantern seeds coming to 737k. Isn't too bad, plus we made a few mil from the first trip. Anyway guys, I'm going to head to Maura now for my daily Dark Beast task, and I'll be back with the loot from the clue scroll. Here we go then, we've got the casket, let's see what we get. And 185k worth, we got ourselves a Rune H3 helm. I think I haven't got one of them before, so that is a new addition to the clue tab. Anyway guys, off to Dark Beasts. There we are guys, that is the Dark Beast task done. Let's just get ourselves back to Morvan really quickly, get us out of here now. Didn't bring a gold accumulator because I don't have one, and I don't really want to spend any more tokens on it, because I'm closing in 200 mil quite rapidly now. So if we just open up the price checker, add in the herb drops for standard. Adamant ore as well, U-logs are a rare drop table, loop halves are also a rare drop table, Dragon Longsword rare drop table, and also the Dark Arrowheads final. Coming to 662k from that task, which isn't so bad. Anyway, let's grab our next task, and I'm guessing a special assignment. So there we go. Let's try it again, see what we get, and Black Demons, yeah, I may as well do it, why not? It's good XP, and I can AFK it more, so I'll be back when I'm done. Another chilled out task done, so let's head back to Morvan to grab our next one. Just completely AFK'd that task, browsing YouTube, watching a few vids and stuff like that. Very nice task to do for AFKing and just being chilled out really. So let's grab our next one, and a special assignment, which we don't want. Let's try it again. And Black Dragons. Now I'm actually going to test out the new instances. I'm going to obviously go to KBD for this one, and I'm going to test out the fast spawn there, so I should be back when I'm done. So I kind of decided to do some QBD, and on the second kill we get a Royal Torsion Spring. So yeah, that's pretty good so far. I'm kind of, well, I've done 2 kills, and I say I'm kind of enjoying QBD. Give me about half an hour. Hey, so we just got ourselves a double chest, we got a Visage and a Royal Frame. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm still doing QBD, believe it or not. Let's carry on going. Oh, so a few chests later we got ourselves a Dragon Kite Shield. I think that's around, what, 300k now? Yeah, 330k. That's not too bad though. So still, I'm still plodding on with QBD. Let's carry on going. So, as you can see, we are at KBD, and on our second kill, we just got some KBD heads. So, yeah. Maybe I'll get a pet? Nah, I doubt it. Oh, so there we go, just got ourselves an effigy. I just seen the beam. I wasn't really paying attention because this boss is just so AFKable. Just use Revolution and just, yeah, you don't even have to do any abilities, just let them do it for you. So yeah, we got another effigy. I think that is 4 in 2 days. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, I'll be back when I'm done with this task. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. After a good few hours of doing QBD and KBD, I finally finished the Black Demon tasks, which is awesome. Black Demon task? Black Dragon task. But we got ourselves an effigy on the 7th to last kill, which is pretty good. So I'll be back at Morvan now. We'll press at the loot, and yeah, I'll grab my next task. So then we are back at Morrison and we're going to press check what I picked up. I did decide to note paper the hides just for some extra GP. So that is always good. 400 U-logs, tooth half. We've got KBD heads on the second or third kill of the task. So 717k from that amount of kills, which isn't too bad. Obviously the FG as well. So let's grab our next task and see what we're going to get. And 234 ice strike worms. Yeah, I'll do them. It'll take me about 35 minutes, so I'll be back when I'm done. There we are, guys. That is the ice strike worm task done. Got a rune plate body, but I'm not sure how it didn't go with the spring cleaner. I think it was a ring of wealth drop, but still, it should just go with the spring cleaner. So we'll press check everything. We got ourselves a staff of light really early on, like 5 kills in, I think. And they're still. I got a beam for it. So yeah, they're 241k, so that's pretty cool. So 121k made, and also we got a clue scroll as well, which I'm going to do after we grab our next task. So yeah, let me just teleport back to Morrison really quickly, and yeah, we'll grab ourselves our next assignment. So at the moment, I'm closing very swiftly on 200 mil. Not going to show my XP just yet. Going to keep slaying for now, and we get 165 celestial dragons. So that is going to be an absolutely awesome task to do for XP and for GP. But first, guys, off to do this hard clue scroll. So wish me luck on the loot. Here we go, guys. Here's the casket. Very quick clue, about 4 steps. Let's have a look what we get. And 92k. We're definitely going to re-roll that one. Why not? And 115k. We got ourselves miscellaneous teleports. Anyway, guys, off to celestial dragons. So, guys, just got some celestial hand wraps. Look pretty cool on the ground there. So that's a nice 2 mil, I think. Examine them. And yeah, 2.1 mil. That is awesome. So there we are, guys. That is the task done. Task number 2370. And it is going to be the last task I do for episode 17, so I'm going to open a press checker. We're going to add everything in. Celestial hand wraps, which are awesome, 2.1 mil, and then obviously all the other random loot that we usually get from celestial dragons. Got ourselves a hard clue scroll as well, so it comes to almost 3 mil from that task, which is absolutely great. So if I open up the beast log and we'll go into the boss kills, you'll see we are on a total of 11,500, the majority of that being Dagonoth Kings. So now I have all 3 Dagonoth King pets with a total of 5,300 kills, which is awesome. I also have the Tchami pet, and you guys can see the rest of the kills there, and we'll pop on to the Slayer creature kills on a total of 56,215. 9k are Abbey Demons, 24k are Dark Beasts, so I do like my Dark Beast tasks. Get them a lot, obviously, with my daily tasks and stuff. I want another Edemu task before I finish 200 mil because I just want to get a few more shards if I can. TDs are on 1.3k now, Polyball creatures 2.6, and yeah, you guys can have a look at the rest. So, we'll go on to the XP gains. I did buy a few bonds just to give me a little bit more bonus Slayer XP to try and finish 200 mil XP quicker, so don't hate me for that. So we are currently on 197.6 mil, 2.3 mil left. The hype is real, guys. It is absolutely awesome. So obviously we'll go on to attack now. That hasn't changed, 134.4. Strength is coming up to 40 mil, 38.1 currently. Defense 146.4. And we've got range at 174.4, 25.5 mil. Till 200 mil. So guys, I do hope you enjoyed this episode. It is slightly longer, but it's not quite an hour, so I've put it around the 40-minute mark, which is awesome. Anyway guys, I shall see you in episode 18 for the finale of 200 mil Slayer. Peace.